And here we are again. I know nobody's here, but I always have to talk a little bit. I can't just wait for anybody not to be here because, anyway, it's time to stream again. Yeah, I took a little bit of a break. My wife came back home, so I had to take a little bit of a break so we could spend some time together because just because I want to do this doesn't mean I don't want to spend some time with my wife. Anyways, so X-Men Apocalypse is the movie we are at today. We only have three left: X-Men Apocalypse, Logan, and then Dark Phoenix. The anticipation for Dark Phoenix is real. It's like I've heard it's very bad. I'm actually really interested to see how bad it could possibly be. I was, just there's a lot of things that I was just like, oh, what could it be? How bad could Apocalypse or Dark Phoenix be? But we still got this movie to get through, and then we also have Logan to get through. So, I'll just give people a little bit of time to get into the stream, because some people might be doing stuff. Life is what people have to do, so. Give them a couple minutes to do that. I remember watching this the first time. I was like really up for it because Apocalypse was a villain that I've always kind of wanted to see handled. He was like, I knew he was a big villain. I didn't really know a whole lot of what he could do. Hello, David Patrick. What's up with you? Nothing much up with me. I'm just getting ready for my streaming of X-Men Apocalypse. That's what I'm doing. But anyway, Apocalypse was a villain I always wanted to see handled, they never got to him. They always just stuck on Magneto, and then they had Stryker, and then they kept on going back to that. Good for you, David. I'm glad you remember my review of Batman and Robin. That was a while ago when I did that. We're going to be streaming X-Men Apocalypse here, so if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. Anyway, but yeah, I remember always looking forward to X-Men Apocalypse, especially after Days of Future Past. I was like all into the X-Men again. And I remember being disappointed. I remember on my original watch, I was not that thrilled with X-Men Apocalypse, but there were some real standout scenes. So I remember coming from it at least with like, well, maybe they can lead to something good. Anyway, so we're gonna get that all ready to go here. Let's start at we'll say 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Give you guys some time to sync up your footage if you want to watch this along with me. Then we'll go to that. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting because this is finally it introduces the regular X-Men into the past timeline. We get Cyclops, we get Jean Grey, we get Storm, we get Nightcrawler coming in. We have a lot of characters to get into in this movie, even characters that we didn't really get to do much with in the original franchise. We get Angel, Psylocke, and there's a lot. So let's get this started right now. Now, I've been noticing a trend. The X-Men movies that have the X with the 20th Century Fox logo are good. The ones that don't are bad. Now, I want to see if this one does it, if this is a trend that keeps on going. No, they kept the X, so it's not a... No, I don't know. Maybe it's better than I remember. We'll wait and see. TSG Entertainment. Usual Suspects. That studio's probably gone because of reasons. Marvel logo. Classic logo, too. They didn't really change the Marvel logo up yet. I was wondering, didn't do that until the Avengers movies started getting... I don't know. Mutant. Hey!
With extraordinary ability.
James McAvoy finally gets to start this.
Still, they are
actually, he probably did.
Stumbling in the dark, searching for guidance. A gift.
Ancient Egypt.
Give someone wings and they may fly too close to the sun. Give them the power of prophecy and they may live in fear of the future. Give them the greatest gifts of all, powers beyond imagination, and they may think they're meant to rule the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the regular mutants thing. This is a pretty good shot of Egypt. What are we watching? The Mummy? Guys, you got the wrong idea. Boats are made for water, not desert. See, this is why you have to carry him all the way. Those shields look backwards. Two people looked at each other. Hey, Zach, welcome to the stream. You haven't missed anything. We just started. But let me know if you need me to pause for a second for you to sync up the footage. Everyone. Do really? Yeah, I guess we do get full-on view of Apocalypse here. It's funny because, like, there's a lot of movies that do this, where they have like oh jeez, hey, is it Wolverine? Is it Logan? No. Yeah, he's transferring his mind into a new body. It's weird. I never really have ever seen anything do that before. I don't really remember that ever being part of his skill set. I remember somebody tried to explain his powers to me before. They were like, yeah, his power is like he can grow anything, and I'm just like, well, that's lame. He's like, no, it's super powerful, dude. And I'm like, okay. And I don't really think I don't remember if we get too much of a rundown of what his actual abilities are, but I guess with every body he switches into, he gains new powers. He's like one for all. Oh, he put up 4 fingers. Hello. It seems like very ineffective hand signals. Everybody die! How do they make this without anybody noticing? Like, that means they made like a big tower and everything? Oh, jeez, that was a pretty deadly effect. I was gonna say, these people here in the Egyptian shrines are way more organized than the people in hey Andrew, you want me to pause? Here, I'll pause it for a quick sec so everyone can get caught up. We're at 5:32. Yeah, I know Black Widow's released. I'm going to be seeing it on Sunday because my brother Chris is going to be in town, so we're gonna see it together. So we're going to see it Sunday, and I'll do a review on that, of course, after I see it. So we are at 5:32 is the time. I'll give everybody about 30 seconds to get synced up. We're just at the part where they let down those metal those pillars. Follow it. Hey, Bat Fam. You can, if you want to sync up to, we're at 5:32 is the time that we are at in the movie this far. I'm glad that everyone, we're only 5 minutes in. So I'll give everyone till 10 minutes and 30 seconds to get caught up. 5 minutes and 32 seconds. The X-Men TV shows, those have an interesting history because there was like that one that was like a fake X-Men, like kind of, but they never actually said X-Men. It was just called like X-Mutant or something like that. I can't remember. And then there was Legion, which I never got around to seeing. Then there was that other one that they made that had like Psylocke and Blink in it, I think. But I only saw a few episodes of that. It was pretty bad. I don't think any of them ever got really all that great. And I don't think, for X-Men, it's like but you'll need a bigger budget. All right. The Gifted, that was it. That's what I saw. That's why I saw a couple of those. But anyway, we're going to be starting this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I saw The Gifted. Wasn't that great. I like the animated shows better. X-Men Evolution starts not that so great, but it turns into a really good show. But I think X-Men Origins Wolverine is the best for sure. And then the original 90s X-Men TV show. Oh, sheesh. They went really brutal with these, like, 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse thing. But I don't understand, like, how you can make the designs of this temple without anyone questioning this. Like, so why do you want this big, long corridor? Acoustics. Ah. Yeah, I was so disappointed that Wolverine and the X-Men didn't get a second show. Second season, I mean. Yeah. And she died. To stop things from falling on top of him. It's funny how her shapes are almost like a coffin. Oh, that's interesting. And here we go. Here's interesting. It's like the X-Men openings, but it's like mixed in with ancient Egypt stuff, which is odd. X-Men always feels like, oh, and then we got Jesus. Hi, Jesus. Mona Lisa. Okay, we're just going through on time in general, just to show how much time. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't think it necessarily fits with your theme. Like, this would have been a better intro for like Days of Future Past or something. Something that involved time travel. Oh, hi Nazis! Bye Nazis! Russia. 2 towers. And X-Men Apocalypse. Thanks. I like this shirt too. I hated how they did Emma Frost. That was terrible.
During the Paris Peace Accords after the Vietnam War in 1973. 6 days later, we all watched
80s.
those mutants. Eric Lensher attacked the president and
oh, those old slideshows. My church had those.
Young mutants stopped him. Now Lensher escaped and became.
Hey, look, Cyclops again. At least this time he doesn't have his ruby quartz lenses already. That was another thing. No.
Yes, it was. All walks of life. Excuse me, gentlemen, is there something you'd like to be sharing with the rest of the class?
Yeah, optic blast.
I think there's something seriously wrong with my eyes.
Fine, Scott. And afterwards, why don't you stop by the principal's office and explain to him that you're disrupting class again?
Yeah, he seems to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any movie that really did Cyclops right. Because I think to do Cyclops, he can't be from the start. Because Cyclops has to do a lot of trauma from the start, And he has to get over that in order to become the leader. So they need to start him already having use of his powers and use them and become confident in that. The problem is they didn't do that in this film, so now he's like too like weak and has no idea what's going on. Then in the original franchise, they just didn't do anything with him. Well, bye-bye. At least the optic backs still look pretty dang cool. And how ironic that they were talking about mutants. Here's the thing, though. They never get it right why he's using his powers. You know, mutants, they get their powers in a moment of extreme stress and, like, anger. Oh, hey! Oh, that's the Blob cameo? I remember somebody saying that Blob is in X-Men Apocalypse, but it's like, that's it? That is it. How did Angel beat Blob? He has flipping wings. It doesn't make any sense. Wow, that is definitely Blob, but that is stupid. This isn't one. I do think this is one of the weaker X-Men movies. Hey, at least he's finally called the Nightcrawler. I wanted to see Nightcrawler in the circus. That's what I want. But here's the thing. How could you actually keep Nightcrawler in this cage? I don't care if it's high voltage. He can teleport on the other side. It doesn't make any sense why electricity would keep him in the cage. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mystique. That elbow definitely hit him. Here's the thing: when Bryan Singer directed the X-Men Days of Future Past, he flipping. I don't like that Nightcrawler fights. I know he's a kid, but I don't like that Nightcrawler fights back. I mean, and I think it's because that's just not that's against who he is as a person. Yeah, I don't think they use. Well, here's the thing: if you're going to add new X-Men, especially a character like Nightcrawler, you got to make use out of him. I don't remember if he does anything after this scene in the beginning. Why is she out of the dress? Look, he teleported outside the building. Why didn't he do that before? Oh, we don't even get to see her transformation effects? You're here. Now, here's the thing. I get after what happened, Mystique is no longer going to be looked at as the bad guy, that she's going to be looked at as a hero. I get that. I just don't. It doesn't fit well on her character being looked at. And look, here's Magneto just working at a smeltering factory. Bull crap. I don't think there was ever a time where Magneto would quit and just settle down. It doesn't feel like he's would ever do. That's not in his nature. Hey, is this the same log cabin that Logan lived in? Wouldn't that be a callback? Yeah. Hey, look. She's obviously not a mutant, right? I don't think we ever get seen that she's a mutant. Here's another thing. I don't like this thing for Magneto just because it's blatantly obvious what they're doing for us. You know? We're watching this saying, dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're both dead, you're dying, you're gonna be gone, you're dead. So it's like, since we know it, it feels so blatantly obvious, and we're just like, oh, come on. And when they get to that scene, trust me, I'll go on a rant on that.
What happened to them?
They were killed by Nazis.
They were taken from me. Perhaps a little boy.
Always got to pan on those numbers.
Still here. Inside.
They better have gotten those numbers right. I'm not nerdy enough to like check on them. I guess Magneto probably should be older because it's like a decade later, but I don't know. Michael Fassbender is still a good Magneto. I just don't know what they're doing with him in this movie. Oh, he definitely could have pulled off the gray hair. I think Michael Fassbender definitely could have been older.
He's being.
Looks right.
Wow, that mullet looks terrible. Oh, it's 2 decades. 1980. Okay, yeah, I guess it was. I thought it was the 70s in the first, but no, that makes sense.
Just exploring museum. One more. And last.
So I guess that's. Yeah, she didn't drop her books. Whoop-de-doo.
Watch where you're going.
I can't. Who are you talking to?
Me.
Oh, look. Hi.
I'm telepathic. I read minds.
Stay out of mine. I don't need some weird girl.
Don't worry, Scott. There's not much to see.
Hey, wait. I didn't tell you my name.
No, you didn't.
Alex Summers? Hey, Coy! Whoa, what happened to the big blue furry? I keep running trauma.
Beast should always just be Beast. I don't like Beast being able to go back and forth.
Where's the professor?
Yeah, let me tell you something, Andrew. Dark Phoenix is the reason I'm doing this marathon. Because I didn't feel right that I hadn't seen all of them. So I thought, but I don't want to just watch it on its own if it's really, really terrible. So, like, I'm making a video out of this. And I thought, why don't I watch them all? I'm like, why the heck not? Let's do it. So I haven't seen Dark Phoenix. I got Logan next, and then I'm going to finally watch Dark Phoenix for the first time.
Everyone asked this first. Alex, it's good to see you. You look well. So, yes, not too bad yourself.
He doesn't look that much older for it being 2 decades later.
Welcome to the school for the gifted. Yeah, it doesn't exactly feel like a gift. It never does.
Why is she archery? That doesn't make any sense.
Only then you begin the process of teaching you how to run. If you do decide to stay, I can promise you that by the time you're done here, we'll be able to go back into the world and play a stable, productive part. Why don't you take advantage of what we're doing? Chance, if you land them up, face them in the right direction to work. There's a target just across the water. You open your eyes, try and hit that.
Yeah, you know what? What happened to the underground bunker thing you had Alex test in? Shouldn't you look into how powerful? Look, if you were at a shooting range and you stood in front of somebody firing a gun and there was just people around, you would be kicked off the range. I'm saying professors should have taken better care.
My grandpa found that when he was 5 years old. I used to swing from the branches like myself.
No, this is on you, Professor. That's not on Scott.
That's probably my favorite tree. Does that mean having stealth? On the contrary. You're enrolled.
I would just love to see Professor X. This time he's like, Professor X, you exclusively only get mutants at your school? Well, yes, that is the curriculum. So you're prejudiced against humans? Oh no! I'm just here to help mutants with their powers. It's like, yeah, but you will never allow a human to just study at your school. That seems a prejudice. Who's this? Is this more? This isn't Moira McTaggart, is she? Did she get back in this movie? Excuse me. Do you sell rugs? People are always knocked out very easily in movies. Oh, hi, Moira. It is Moira. I totally forgot that she was in this movie. Why did they... Yeah, I totally forgot this at all. Well, this is interesting. But here's the thing. How would this society even come across? Oh, she was pregnant? Probably early goings. Obviously doesn't look that pregnant. Or is this a different actress? I can't even remember. It looks like the same one, or am I just imagining things? Honestly, Moira in the first class was pretty forgettable. This is Sparta. This is Sparta. Why is somebody always just close to finding this thing and stopping it before it becomes a big thing? Is this like, well, come on. Oh, it was just the wind. Okay, early in the pregnancy, though. I mean, hey, go girl. You do your best. Well, this can't be good. Because it's ancient Egypt. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Xavier teaches more at his school than just about handling your mutant powers. I mean, that's a big part of it. But I would say that obviously there's more to it than that. So here's the thing. Where do these guys go to after this scene? They bring him back and does Apocalypse just say, well, you're not mutant, so bye. Well, how long was I asleep? You know, after you have you're going to have like a 10-minute nap or something, and then you wake up, it's like 5 hours later. That's what Apocalypse must be feeling right now. That was a weird effect. A lot of people said Apocalypse looks like Ivan Ooze, and they're not wrong. I've never watched Power Rangers, but I've seen what Ivan Ooze looks like, and he's flipping Ivan Ooze. Moira looks like woman Indiana Jones. Somebody just teleports away, I guess, and they just die. Goodbye. Why did you think it was a good idea then? What was it? An earthquake felt across the world? Oh, right. This is. Well, you guys take crappy care of your equipment. Why would Magneto do this? It's totally out of character for him. If you're gonna have him be like, hey, I'm okay with humans now and I'm just gonna live among them sort of thing, then sure, I guess, but you have to give us, show us. Don't just be like, he has a family now. He's a good guy now. He's just a good old boy. Magneto's always a man after his cause. I just don't get why he wouldn't stop.
Everyone, come on now, spit spot, back to bed. Carry on. Come on now, back to bed. Never seen it like this.
Who is it? Oh, shit. Oh, it's Jean. Jean's very powerful, despite in the first X-Men movie, her being like, oh, I'm not even powerful enough for Cerebro. I mean, Apocalypse looked cool in that one shot. Here's the thing. I think the actress playing Jean, she was playing her like she was bored and also a little spunky.
Feel all this death.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense because I know one thing about Apocalypse. They actually have her get taken over by the Phoenix Force.
No, it's not just the mind.
Hey, Indigo. Welcome to the stream.
Some dark power inside, and it's growing.
See, here's the thing. Dark power inside, growing, but she gets hit by the Phoenix Force in the next one? Continuity. Boom.
No, you don't know what it's like to be afraid to shut your eyes, to be trapped inside your own head.
I think I did. It wasn't so long ago I was playing by
Yeah, she's definitely already with the Phoenix Force in this scene because we see it and she gets it in the next one. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm afraid that they will hurt someone.
my back.
Well, obviously she's getting special treatment because she gets her own room. Every other mutant is just in a co-ed room where they're just, well, not co-ed, but Yeah, Dark Phoenix takes place later, but Jean gets with the Dark Phoenix. It's weird. What's worse continuity, X-Men or Terminator? I don't know. Probably X-Men, actually.
There was some kind of tremor, like an energy surge I picked up on my meters. You're saying that Jean created it? No, I'm saying something else. That maybe she was reacting to it. I don't know. But the epicenter was halfway around the world. Halfway around the world? Yeah. That's why I was hoping you could take a look. Let's see what we can find.
All right, that's not the right voice.
Welcome, Professor.
The source came from Cairo.
Yeah, she definitely shouldn't. That's it's an interesting looking Cerebro, but actually now that I look closely at it, it really looks bad. You know what would make Cerebro look cool? Let's put some neon lights on it. You know those kids these days, they like the neon lights. It looks like he's going in a race car. Is there flames on the side? No, it's not. It kind of looks like it, though.
What is it? It's her.
Oh, there's a lot of women in the world, Charles.
What are we tagging? Give me the details. She looks amazing. She's barely aged today. No, I meant, what is she doing there? What is the CIA doing this? She's going back to land to deliver a report.
No, we're not doing the.
You want to go see more? I'm gonna go check her out. Check her out.
Excuse me. We're not doing the Deadpool movies. I don't consider them X-Men movies. I consider them Deadpool movies with X-Men in them. Even the one where he's basically an X-Men.
You did a good thing. You saved that man.
That's not the point.
Now wait, did he finish his work shift?
This is not you. This is our daughters. We are her home. I told you who I was the first night I met you.
Wow, that is no. If you told her who he was the first night she met him, that speaks a lot more about her than it does about him. She's like, "Oh, you tried to kill the president of the United States and take over the world? That's hot."
Sweetheart.
Look, Mom, I'm a Disney princess.
There's nothing wrong. And I don't see her back.
Deadpool is just Deadpool. That's what I say. Yeah. I'll probably watch it on Disney Plus. I have it on DVD, but it's just easier just to pause and to go through it this way. And I don't have to see any trailers. But here's the thing. This means this is the second time that he settled down with somebody enough to have their children. Because obviously Quicksilver's in the occasion. He doesn't know it yet. But, I mean, we also saw a little girl there, so he had a sister.
Ina? Wszystko w porządku?
Nic jej nie jest.
No puść ją.
Zrobimy to. Ale musimy porozmawiać.
If I was Magneto, I wouldn't go anywhere without carrying around a couple of metal balls.
Inaczej sobie odstaw.
Weźmy tam.
It's on Disney Plus. I know. I
Chłopcy
checked.
widzieli coś dzisiaj w fabryce. Coś, co nie miało żadnego sensu.
Otwórz się broń.
Jesteś dobrym obywatelem, dobrym sąsiadem.
Good neighbor, good worker.
Chcę być pewien, że mogę tak o tobie myśleć.
To jest prawda.
Ale nikt w tym mieście tak naprawdę cię nie zna.
Then how do you even know?
Jestem Henryk Górski. Jakub, jadłem kolację w twoim domu.
Masz za czas.
Well, yeah.
Czy mordercę do mojego domu.
Yes. Yes, he did. I mean, it clearly is.
Czy to ciebie zwał Magneto?
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared. Pause your streams or pause your videos. Oh, dang it. I need a pee really bad, and I'm not doing another. Come on, stupid thing. All right, it's at 33:30, and we'll return. I'm not going to stop the stream. I just need a quick whiz. I'm not doing this again. Okay. I am so sorry about that. I'm sure I'm getting a lot of grief in the comments. I was feeling the need, and it needed to happen, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Starting at 3350, we're going to be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're good. All right, so they let his daughter go, and we get a really weird scene. And then we got Alfred Hitchcock, the birds going on. Okay, guys, this is a really bad scene. We got birdemic happening. Mother trying to stop her. And then, he just lets go of a bow, and it goes through 2 people, killing 2 people. He wasn't even all the way back. He was like this. That would cause a flesh wound at best. It wasn't a crossbow that was like on a hair trigger that could shoot and kill. It was a flipping bow and arrow. I hate this scene. It was like, first they were obviously set up to die, and then second they die in the most stupid, pointless way possible. I mean, look at Michael Fassbender here. He is trying his best to sell this scene. Him going, like he is doing his best, and he's like, oh, and it's terrible. And then everyone's standing there like, oh, so what do we do now? Yeah, I don't know what we do now. And blip. Yeah, this is just like the arrow in flipping. It's just like the arrow in flipping Yondu's arrow. I mean, it's symbolic. It's a nice symbolic scene of like somebody.
Is this what you want from me? Is this what I am?
But I mean, it was like it's not even like one of them shot her on purpose. That would have been something if the guy was like freaking out because the animals and just aimed and shot the child. That would have been like, holy shoot, and then got Magneto going. But no, it's not that. It's flipping like, oops, spaghetti-o. Yeah, you should always carry metal with you if you're Magneto. Out of the way, Ivan Ooze. Was he wearing a cloak? I don't think that cloak was there. What is this pop music? Now here's the thing. Everyone joins up with Apocalypse, but I don't think anybody even knows. Like, look at this. She like caused a little. Oh yeah. Nobody here knows what is her. How did they cut her? He was like, this just happened. Was that guy just waiting in the alley? Like someday, some girl is gonna steal from my brother, and we're just gonna jump out and stop her. It's pretty bad. Like there's so much laziness in this film. Who rules the world? Girls. Sorry. That's pretty cool. That is a pretty cool shot. Just decapitates 3 guys. Next to nothing. I mean, this is an okay scene. I mean, it set up Apocalypse's terror. I mean, how he just runs into Storm. That's pretty cliched, but like the scene itself, like with all the decapitations and everything, that's pretty good. Do you think that Storm would be a lot more scared?
You really haven't seen her in all these years. You never looked her up? Not even in Cerebro? Thanks. You take me for some kind of pervert? Yes, I looked her up once. Twice, but not in a long time, alright? How'd you leave things? Any hurt feelings? Not right. Everybody take a break. I wiped her mind off all memories of us. The beach, Cuba, that whole time. So long ago, all the world knew about me.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a breach of privacy. And you never restored her memory?
Didn't really matter what was best for me. Moira McTaggart, hello. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Professor
Charles Xavier. I know exactly who you are.
You do?
Of course I do. Right. All of your papers. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. More McTaggart.
So what was she doing in Egypt?
It's wonderful to see you again, to meet you again for the first time. You've got a son?
Yes.
Does he have a husband?
Does he have a husband?
I had a husband, but it's hard to do this job and make it home in time for dinner.
Good.
We all make choices, right?
Yes.
Here's the thing. I'm really interested if they ever decide to do something with Moira's son, because I remember hearing about how he was like, his mutation was like a monster.
Hoping that you would tell us about what happened yesterday in Egypt.
I can't really remember this scene.
Classified information. And I don't mean to be rude, but how did you get in here?
I have level 5 clearance.
Ever since the world found out about mutants in 73, there have been cults who see them as some kind of second coming, or sign of God. I was tracking one of them. They call themselves Ashir and Sabanur, named after an ancient being they believe to be the world's first.
World's first what?
The world's first mutants.
I thought mutants did evolve into lizards.
That's the common theory, yes, but these guys believe that the first mutant was born tens of thousands of years ago, and they believe he will rise again. They've been searching ancient sites all around the world for clues.
I know he was in some ancient site. Maybe China, maybe Canada.
Yes and no. They believe he had the ability to transfer his consciousness from body to body, and whenever he was close to death, he would just take on a new body. Some of these may have been the bodies of mutants, enabling him to take their powers, amassing various abilities over the years.
One for all!
Exactly. And wherever this being was, he always had 4 principal followers, disciples, protectors he would imbue with powers.
Like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. You got that one from the Bible.
Or the Bible got it from him. And wherever he ruled, eventually it would end in disaster. Cataclysm, some kind of apocalypse.
Yeah, okay. I thought Legion was her son. I just wasn't sure. Now, here's the thing. Storm's good, but some of these other mutants they get for the Horsemen of the Apocalypse really suck. Like flipping, like Angel. It's like whoop-de-doo, you got flipping wings. But I always remember like how it should have ended, where they were just like, "Oh my gosh, yes, let's get any of them. This guy sucks."
Love you that I could love a new species of bacteria. What are you doing?
Learning. Now, here's the thing. You lived in ancient Egypt. How can you just like communicate with TV all over? I mean, it's I mean, there's let me in all of your studies. Are you gonna? I guess I don't know. This is. I mean, Psylocke is a character that if I could make one movie about any X-Men, I'd make it about Psylocke. Some people say, wait, not Cyclops? It's like, no, because Psylocke's story is so complicated, but it's so fascinating. She was an English woman whose body was taken over by Asian assassin. And then the Asian assassin used her body for something and then died in it. And so then she was stuck in the Asian's assassin body, but she also had her fighting skills and the Asian's assassin's mutant ability. So she was like, it's interesting because she, I don't know, I just always found her so much.
This world needs to be
Cleansed.
What?
Say
Oh.
You can't save the world just going around killing people. There's laws, systems in place for that kind of thing.
my child, I think slave.
I remember the X-Men Apocalypse because you felt like he killed Magneto in like the first like 10 minutes of his thing. He felt like an X-Men Evolution. I think X-Men Evolution is the thing that handles Apocalypse the best. And that's, I guess, how she got white hair. None of the other X-Men of the Apocalypse have white hair, but this, I guess, Storm does. But anyways, yeah, I remember X-Men Apocalypse really being spectacular.
I can't take over.
I told you, I work alone.
No, you don't. Who are these guys then?
Wait there.
Oh, right.
Always good to see your face.
Look, it's Zaz. This guy gets like a background characters in every scene. He's Zaz in Gotham. He was a villain in Flash.
Save his life. That's what
He's the mercenary.
I'm calling that.
No matter how much you pretend to be someone else, Caliban knows who you are. If there's anything worth knowing about mutants, Caliban knows it. Mystique.
Why don't you ask your psychics what'll happen if you keep pushing me? What'll happen?
Look, Psylocke, hi.
Psylocke is a little jealous. Caliban likes you. Caliban likes you so much, he wants to give you free information about an old friend from back when you had friends. Do you remember Eric Lenscher? My girl's got a flash of him in Poland. He left quite a few dead bodies in his wake, including his wife and daughter. Should be on the news soon enough, but Caliban gives you a little head start.
Faster.
How fast?
How far can you cover?
As far as I can see, or I've been there before.
Come with me, boy.
Actually, it's Nightcrawler, and my real name is
Although, if it's 20 years later and Azil is already dead, that means Mystique should have probably already had him, which means he should be a lot older. Am I right on that? Because he was dead at the thing of like at the end of or at the beginning of Days of Future Past. He was already dead, and that's obviously Nightcrawler's father.
Wait, sorry, no. Okay, no, yeah, you're good. All right. See,
I wish it was a darker red tint.
Professor thinks you're a genius. No, not a professor.
I'm not a professor. I am a genius, but I'm not a professor.
I believe you two met. It's Jean Grey. You bumped into her when you were around. Wait, it's her? No. Hey.
Oh.
You can see.
Oh wait, that's the same guy in here as it is in Logan? I did not realize that.
Hey, I have special glasses now. They're not scared of you. They're scared of me.
Also didn't like this guy's face. I'm sorry, it's a weird thing to say, but
Last night.
his nose, it just bugs me of him being
I
Cyclops.
should see if they can have the biggest fake in the school.
Oh, that's the first.
There are so many people here. So many students.
Really?
Hey, look, it's that guy you almost made out with.
Wow. You.
Not blue? Looks like you and I have that in common.
No, I meant
Your friend is blue.
I thought I'd see you here.
Yeah, me neither.
It's
I'm blue. Good.
That's a good line. I'm blue.
Good.
I'm blue. I am Kurt Wagner. You can call me the Nightcrawler.
They're closed. You know about the chill in the air. How did you get in here?
We let ourselves in. We are looking for mutants. Since you know where to find them, we came here.
Kevin doesn't know you.
We're looking for the strongest.
Everything all right?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, is it the same actor in Logan? I don't think it is, right?
Like Kevin said,
Caliban.
we are closed. Yeah?
I need your help, my child.
Not look like Kevin's father. Here.
What?
You were all my children, and you're lost because you follow blind leaders. These false gods.
Yeah, I thought it was a different actor. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that I didn't think
They
that.
ruined my
I didn't realize it was the same. Does this guy die here? I don't like her psychic blades in this.
What do you want?
Like, she's supposed to have like psychic daggers, but I'm not sure if these look.
I want you to feel the full reach. You've only had a taste of your true strength, unlike others who seek to control you. I want to set you free.
Yeah, well, okay.
I know the kind of mutants you're looking for. And I know where to find them.
Well, yeah, sure.
It's my first time in America. I'm very excited to see your culture.
Oh, look, it's Jubilee again, but she should be younger because she was in the first X-Men.
He's new here too.
I'm already up for a prison break. What do we say we take this blue guy on a little field trip? I'm sure there's them all around here somewhere.
See, he's a little bit too cocky and full of himself to be like,
What's a mall?
let's drive around and hang out.
Civic duty.
Scott,
What? You've been cooped up here for a long time. Your professors might have been close.
She has shoulder pads. That's pretty funny.
Try it. All right. Where does he keep his car?
Yeah, here we go, Angel. Yeah, why Angel? He has wings, and that's it. He can't even shoot his feathers until Apocalypse upgrades him.
I didn't know its wings. Let's get out of here. These final days are done.
Apocalypse and Archangel stuff was handled so much better in Wolverine and the X-Men. That was the best I ever saw it handled.
There's nothing you can give me that I want.
Yes, yes.
So what do you think? Give everyone a power boost? Here's the thing. Angel in the comics hated his metal wings. He hated this. This was like something that was terribly that happened to him. Like he was butchered in his own. We're here. It's just like, whoa, dude! I got metal wings. I'm super cool now. It's true. They couldn't really miss the opportunity to make him Archangel. I mean, if you're gonna do Apocalypse and you're not gonna do more than one film, then this is an opportunity. You have to do it. But still, wings. Not exactly. Still, prefer this Angel than to the one in First Class. We just like flew around like that.
Wow. Other side, blast resistant, stealth technology.
That's impressive. How are you ever going to get me out of here?
Oh. Well, that's okay. We're trying to roof into the basketball court.
Hank, you're building a warplane down here.
What happened in Washington? I thought we were going to come back and start the X-Men. Like we always talk about.
Charles wants students, not soldiers.
It's the best of you. Guess hope.
And you?
I think we should hope for the best.
So wait, is he building this underneath like Xavier's eye? Like he doesn't actually know?
Maybe now that you're back, you could help me convince him to start the
Take
X-Men.
me about Eric.
Right. Eric, yeah, of course. Of course.
I think he might be in some kind of trouble. Real trouble.
Well, yeah, he's flipping Magneto. I mean, Magneto can't go full good. That's the thing. I mean, he can have good intentions, and he can have moments where he does what he thinks is the right thing. But Magneto, a good guy, I don't think will ever fully work. I mean, I know they have him in the comics how he works with Scott and everything, but
Some of you spoke to the police about what you believe that you witnessed here yesterday. You want to know my powers?
Michael Fassbender is great.
Know what I have.
See what I can do. I'll show you.
Think of the person you love most in your life.
You can always
Your wife.
Magneto exposition, which and that's what you needed for Magneto.
Daughter.
Now that person will know what it is to lose someone they love. And live with that pain.
Everybody, maybe run.
Henry, proszę cię. Nie rób tego.
My name isn't Henrik.
I don't speak English.
My name is Magneto.
And on your left, you'll see on your tour a tortured Magneto about to wreak his vengeance upon the helpless masses.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I didn't even realize we had an F-bomb in this movie. I don't even remember that.
Don't try to stop me from killing these men.
And they're just gone. Like, Apocalypse, they do a decent job at showing his power. How he just kills them.
I'm not here for them. I'm here for you.
I mean, Apocalypse, did you have to put Psylocke in such a skimpy outfit? I mean...
Come and see.
I mean, maybe it was her idea. I don't know. Auschwitz. This, I do remember this scene. This, I was like, holy shoot. You're like, hey. Remember those Nazi camps that you were put into and put part of? Let's take you back there. Go for a tour.
This is where your power was born. And this is where your people were slaughtered.
They had to show the clip from First Class and Up from the original X-Men. I mean, I know they had to, but it's just helpful.
You shouldn't want me. Why? Are you afraid to be here? You can't escape it, Eric.
You know what's the problem? Apocalypse isn't that tall. Look at it. I think Eric might be taller than him. I think Michael Fassbender. Maybe just a little bit. I think he should be a little bit bigger, like Thanos big.
To spin the wheel of civilization, and when the forest would go rank and need clearing for new growth, I was there to set it ablaze. When my father was slaughtered in this place.
Well, they would have been slaughtered anyway.
Trapped in darkness. I was not there for you, my son, but I am here now. You don't know your own strength, but I do. Reach down, feel the metal in the ground. Reach as deep as you can. You'll find you have the power to move the very earth itself.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like, Magneto gets, like, earth-bending powers. Oh, yeah, I forgot that this is Oscar Isaac. I will admit, I don't really see his face in the performance, but... But I think that's good. I mean, it's kind of like the reverse Toph thing, where Toph is like, hey, I'm a metal bender, or I'm an earth bender, why can't I bend metal? It's like, hey, you're a metal bender, why can't you bend the earth? And this is where they would pause for the TV break. Commercial break.
Central Poland, leaders from all communities are urging their citizens to remain calm as police and armed forces are mobilizing to fight.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Strike again. If anyone has information about Lensher, or as he is also known,
hey, it's a about time, Quickie. Okay, you can't make Pac-Man go faster than they're allowed to.
Sure you won't watch this?
I mean, you can get away with so much stuff if you had super speed.
Want me to get out of the house tomorrow, right?
I can't stop it. No, we can't. Trust me, this won't end.
Wait a minute. If this is 2 decades later, why is he still living at home?
I'm not afraid of him.
Man, that little fact that this is supposed to be not just 10 years but 20 years later makes everything feel a little off. I mean, he looks a little bit older, but not like 30s. But it's gonna just be one of those things where you just have to accept it.
So much about this place. But being here, it actually seems kind of familiar. Strange.
Oh, 20 years from first class. Okay. I thought, okay, I understand what you said.
It's the most complex, the most sophisticated. Wasn't afraid to have a dark ending.
Yeah, but come on. If it wasn't for the first one, we wouldn't have any of the rest of the movies.
Well, at least we can all agree that third one's always the worst.
Wow. Guys.
I'm sorry, we met?
Hi. Alex, Edge McTaggart. Would you give us just 1 minute?
That's a funny line. Oh, we all know the third one's always the worst.
Charles, why didn't you recognize
You're the third one, guys, but okay. I mean, a little bit of a...
Cuba, I took her memories of that time. Proceed.
Lucky girl.
Yeah, I just think they already are doing stuff with the Scarlet Witch, so we see a little girl and we assume it's his sister, but
No, it was your home. I just lived here.
it doesn't
I
mean...
barely even recognize it now.
Yeah, it doesn't mean his sister was Wanda. Like, this is just a universe where Quicksilver was the only one born and not Wanda.
Living and working.
I mean, we got to claim Quicksilver in the Marvel universe. Got to just let him die.
I really believed we could change them after DC.
We did.
No, Charles, they still hate and fear us. It's just harder to see because they're more polite about it. I got sick of living there.
And that's why you're not in your natural form.
I could be the face of a world that doesn't exist.
Things are better. The world is better.
Maybe in Westchester. Out there, mutants are still running, hiding, living in fear.
They make references to Wanda?
Peace. You want to teach your kids something, teach them that. Teach them to fight.
Oh my God.
They'll live in this house for the rest of their lives.
Still sounds just like him. You sound just like him.
That's why I'm here. He's resurfaced. He had a wife, and a child, and killed.
Well, crap.
Oh, well, we're looking for him.
You can help me find him before they do.
And do what? What's your plan with it? Look, you've given Eric enough chances. There's a point where you got to say, okay, face the electric chair.
I don't even know what this is. Cerebro. The new model.
Bit on.
You base the color on what? Come on, man. It's blue. There's a lot of reasons you could have chosen blue. Cerebro looks pretty cool in this, actually. This looks pretty decent. It's still reminiscent of X2, but it's a lot more crisper, a lot more clear.
These are all mutants. I'm connected to all of their minds.
The CIA would kill us.
Where are you, Eric?
Well, he doesn't have his helmet. It's interesting that he's now can almost sense Charles in his mind.
John. Hello, old friend.
Well, I guess he's reaching out.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel your pain.
Have we ever seen him talk to somebody with Cerebro?
You think because you can see into my head. You know how it feels.
I don't know if we've ever heard him talk through Cerebro like this.
It's terribly wrong. But come back to us. I can help you. Help me.
No, you really couldn't. You'd be aiding and abetting a terrorist.
I tried your way, child. I tried to be like them. Live like them.
I mean, give Michael Fassbender a hand, because even though I don't believe Magneto would do this,
They took everything away from me.
he's portraying the crap out of it.
Now, we'll take everything from them. Hank? Extraordinary. What do you see? The answer.
The answer. I mean, that's it's pretty good. This is interesting. I do like that. Like, look, Apocalypse has some interesting scenes.
It's before.
What's going on?
Hey, even Charles gets in the eyes changing color game. His eyes are black.
To connect. Always the same. And now all this. No more stones. No more spears.
That guy almost looks like Chris Evans.
No more slings.
I will admit, this is a pretty good scene.
No more swords.
Because he's using Charles as a weapon.
No more superpowers.
And he just launches missiles. All the missiles. And just like, shoot. Okay, crap. Wait, what? What is happening? What? Hey, Stan. Miss you, Stan. Is that his wife? Or is that just an actor? I don't know.
Who's turning the keys? Remember, who greenlit the launch?
Hey, do something!
We lost contact with the climate from Clara sucks. The Air Force is working safely. So much faith. Machines. Russia, China, England, Israel, India. Everybody's got new security.
This would be an interesting aftermath with everybody's nukes. It's like Superman.
Destroy the ring run.
At least to give Havoc a moment.
You can never strike!
You know what? Apocalypse is pretty menacing. I didn't remember how menacing it was. He's got some good moments. Every time he kills a guy, you feel his power. Every time he speaks, you feel like this guy means business. I just think some of the ways they write around him and put him in stuff is kind of a little lame. But it is interesting that Magneto just about was with a guy who did he just about joined a guy who flipping did what Shaw was wanting to do. Guys, best scene of the movie. Best part of the flipping movie right here. As soon as the beat drops. Look, I'm a fan of Days of Future Past. The scene where Quicksilver goes around the room is great. But this scene blows it out of the flipping water. It's the same concept. Quicksilver's doing stuff super fast and super cash. Like that moment where he's just like with Moira. So great. I remember I said once at a time, I don't remember what the video was, like the movies were the only thing that haven't destroyed the X-Mansion. The X-Mansion was destroyed in everything except the movies, and then this movie came out. Oh, I love this. The speed and everything. And some might say, well, yeah, but it's not original. I don't care. The mansion's going up in smoke, and we're getting a front tour of it. And we see that he's not freaking out. He's super chill the whole time. It's a reason why in my Over the Hedge review, I did there was a thing where I was parodying the X-Men when Hammy went super fast. The reason why I used this song and not the one from Days of Future Past, because even though that one, he's playing darts while he does this. It's flipping incredible. The only thing I'm looking forward to in Dark Phoenix is I think there's a Quicksilver scene in it, and that's the only thing I am looking forward to. And you see he's getting a little bit exhausted by this point. He drinks the tab, he eats all the pizza, he leaves for a second, then grabs the dog. It's just and then he rides the explosion like a flippin' wave, baby. X-Men Apocalypse might not be the greatest superhero movie ever, but it just might have the flippin' best scene ever. Like anytime this scene comes up when I'm just surfing through Facebook videos, I watch it. I have to watch it. And I love that wow, like he's just impressed with himself. Like at how good he was at that moment.
I was looking for the professor. I thought he lived here.
It's okay.
Well, then everyone's looking at her. And everyone's kind of stuck because the movie's kind of stuck because they still have to follow Mystique, and now she's the figurehead and everything. And I totally believe that, but I also don't like it.
Right now, they need you.
At least I look at them. The makeup looks better. How was the mall, guys?
What happened? Where's Alex? Where's my brother?
Pretty sure I got everybody.
Alex was closest to the blast.
Look, it's Mystique being the leader, or the one that everyone looks up to. It makes sense in this world, but as I say, I just don't have to like it. I don't like it. It doesn't fit her. It doesn't fit with anything we've seen of her this whole franchise, and it feels forced. I feel like I'm not supposed to be in this movie. I do find it interesting that the flippin' X-Men, like, I do find that interesting this time. I didn't pick up on that last time, that Charles doesn't want the X-Men a thing just because he wants to focus on reaching out to kids. He doesn't have that thing where he's just like, I'm training you to fight yet. And then da 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 da. Yeah. Quicksilver, and definitely her. And then the Sentinel Days of Future Past Future happens all over again.
Leave the kid!
Leave the kids. What kind of BS is this? Stryker of X2 would have shot them all. Or put a device and say they died in the explosion. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And how did they get here so fast? This happened like seconds ago.
We gotta help him. Sure, can you get us in that thing? What he doesn't say? What did the soldiers see us?
Don't worry, they won't see us. Trust me.
I also still don't like Kurt's tattoos. Boy, they didn't do anything to tie them up in there, did they? They just laid them out there. Oh.
I can't. They're close enough. There's some kind of electric field. Burning oil. Can you get in the pilot and tell them to take off?
I can't reach the pilot. I can't reach anyone.
Well, they have this technology, but
Not just the U.S. phenomenon. It seems the entire world has been disarmed of nuclear weapons.
yeah, that'd be an interesting thing to, like, okay, we're all going to get nukes again, but we're all going to do it fairly. Everybody one at a time. It's like Superman Quest for Peace.
It should have been. He was the one that was going to do something with his life. He was always the one.
Oh man, I still know what it is. I still don't like this guy's face as Scott. And I couldn't accept her as Jean either, just because I'm like, oh hi Sansa. It's too recognizable. Kurt, they don't do anything with. I think it probably was miscasted. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be some sort of. I don't think there's scars. I don't think he cuts himself. He's not Zaz. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be, like, maybe not tattoos, not the right word, but they're like. Well, at least Kurt gets a prayer in there. Good old Alkali Lake. Hey, Gene, remember this place? If you ever need to start a plane, stay in the plane. She in X2 she said, "How many do you have?" And he says, "One for every sin." She didn't say what it was.
You're blocking me. I can shield the mind from your powers when the new gifts are acquired. But
I guess that is something.
inside the mind, to control it. That's your gift. You saw it, didn't you? The glory of what's to come.
You guys take part in all this killing? Destruction. It's all I've ever known. Who is this? You just spoke of. No, Charles. I remember. Your way doesn't work.
Well, he's not wrong.
Look, that's all.
No, just tactics, rage and pain. That's all you know. I told you from the moment I met you, there is more to you. There is good in you too.
Here's the thing. Every one of these people except Magneto is an X-Men hero.
With my family.
Xavier's the only one who's an actual villain. You know, Psylocke, they have as a villain.
What's wrong with you? Is that gonna happen to all of us? No, I just left my meds in the house.
What happened? Where are we? Hey!
Columbus people.
Major Striker.
Wait a minute. How did they get out?
I'm Warren McTaggart. I'm a senior officer at the CIA.
I know who you are, Agent McTaggart.
You cannot keep me here in this.
Actually, I can. The psychic event just destroyed every nuke from here in Moscow. That event emanated from exactly where we found you.
I mean, that's fair.
The world's most powerful psychic. So you're going to tell me, where is Charles Xavier?
It's not him you should be worried about. There's someone else. Someone more powerful. If you let us out of here, we can help you.
Do you really expect me to believe that? You can put on any face that you want, but I know who you are, what you are.
This guy's pretty vanilla for Stryker. I always felt that.
You said someone more powerful than Charles.
I guess that's how they escaped, but they should have shown that first.
Let's take this one. We can't get in. So you have a field around it like the helicopter. There's gotta be a way to cut the power. Charles, you will send a message to every living one. You will tell them that this earth will be laid waste. That it is I, in Solomon, who will wreak this upon them.
I mean, why are all the other people okay with this? Unless they could explain that.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't reach that many people because it has so little. You don't need a machine to amplify your powers. You have me.
I mean, at least Alkali Lake looks dark and dingy again, like really run down.
Oh my God. You can't get me out of here. You know him? Magneto?
I used to. I'm not so sure anymore.
What was he like? Was he, like they say he was he the...
Yeah, Weapon X did kind of feel tacked on in here and super rushed, but...
Why do you care so much? You see a speech on TV or something?
Yeah, but, he's my father.
What?
Never mind, mom did
Yeah, I know, but
See, this guy is just the perfect Quicksilver. And I don't even like Quicksilver in the comics, but he's great.
I didn't know it was him. By the time I figured it out, it was too late. Then this week I saw him on TV again, and I came to that house looking for him. But by the time I got there, they'd get me. You know, for a guy who's as fast as me, I always seem to get too late.
what's up next?
Yeah, this also feels real setup is like
What is this? Is a message.
I think it's the professor.
A message to every man, woman, and mutant.
oh, it's not that I don't like Quicksilver. In the comics, he's just like a needy, like, oh, Dad, why don't you love me? Sort of thing. And he's not as cool.
I have returned.
You know, I barely remember the Wolverine cameo, so I'm just gonna wait and see how it turns out. That's gotta be.
For there is nothing you can do to stop it. This message is for one reason alone. To tell the strongest among you. Those with the greatest power. This earth will be yours. Those with the greatest power. Protect those without. That's my message to the world. How's Charles doing on that Cerebro? Sir, what was that voice? I know that voice. It's Xavier, isn't it? What's going on?
We don't know!
We don't know, bro! I do like
I could hear him too.
No, he just sent me him a message. One he normally I would hear. I know where they are.
I mean, if you have these cameras and you haven't spotted them yet, that is like, dude, you are terrible at your job. You don't even get his visor. He's just wearing the shades.
Kurt.
You know, I remember being like, wait a minute, what? I mean, I guess you got to draw the line somehow and connect the dots somehow.
It's a man.
It's a man.
What part of him's been taken away?
What do you mean?
I mean, they turned into some kind of weapon.
And here we go. Oh, wait, is this an adamantium cage? How can you cage Wolverine? I hope he comes out, takes one look at Jean, is like, my heart belongs to you, Jean. There we go. That's classic Wolverine comic book look. And PG.
Weapon X is loose. I repeat, Weapon X is loose.
Where's my kryptonite gun? I gotta erase his memory. Kryptonite adamantium, I'm sorry. Got my wrong franchise.
He's in the central hall.
But this, I say, as I said in the end of Days of Future Past, this doesn't make sense with the end of Days of Future Past, which had Mystique pretending to be Stryker. So how did Wolverine still get in Stryker's hands, still get the adamantium put in him and everything? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's accurate to the Wolverine in the Weapon X comics. I'll be right back. Coward. Wow, there's a good blood splatter there. Why would you keep them in a facility with their powers? If you have those electronic fields that take away their powers. Oh, Jean, I love you. I love you, Jean. I love you, Jean. Actually, at this point, it would be totally illegal. I don't know. I don't. Andrew, we're gonna have to agree to disagree because I think that this was much more darker and at least look. Nothing is better than X2, which made it feel like even darker than this. But just make out with him right there. I don't know. I think it looks more like, wait, you're not the enemy. You know, he can smell the enemy. I guess she gave him his name. You know, you guys have other stuff you need to be doing, like finding your team, finding a way out of here. And he just takes off his pants and runs out. Now, here's the thing. I don't have any problems with this now. Because, like, unlike First Class, Days of Future Past happened, which changed everything. So it's not like I'm like, oh, Nightcrawler and Jean didn't even know him yet. You know, I'm not like that because Days of Future Past happened, which changed the whole timeline. So, new timeline, new stuff can happen. Hello, everybody.
What? Hey. Stay up and oh. What?
Well, of course it's 3 because you only have 3 fingers. I think it was a good scene. I don't think it was a great scene.
You know where the professor is?
I think we might have a way out of here.
Well, you've been busy.
Yeah, a little. Let's go. Oh, sorry.
Okay, that's a good Nightcrawler scene. Oh, sorry. I think it was an okay scene with Wolverine. I mean, it gives him a little bit of something.
This was meant to be the center of the universe before I was betrayed. Now, it will be.
Yeah, well, Brian Cox Stryker is still the best Stryker. Holy shoot! See, I'll give him this. They feel like Apocalypse feels powerful. It feels like he is a force to be reckoned with. They do consistently do that throughout this movie. He's not like, I'm so powerful and does nothing with it. They show like from decapitating people's heads to just nearly setting up all the nuclear missiles to like just destroying a whole city so he can build himself a castle. Yeah, the Jean saying Logan, but I think that was just her reaching in there and finding his actual name, or at least the name he went by.
Hey, can you fly this thing?
Yeah, I can figure it out. Hey guys.
Oh my gosh. This doesn't make any sense.
You got your warplane. Let's go to war.
Yeah, why would Mystique put on a flight suit? She flipping.
From the past you left behind, and the future that lies ahead. You will reach down, my son, deep into the earth. Rip everything they built from.
Yeah, I'm surprised they made suits that are fitting for teenagers.
Those that survive into a better one. My pharaoh in this madness.
I mean, everyone else, Storm. I mean, I think there's got to be some sort of enchanted, right? Because otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Where it's like, yeah, Storm, this woman who's very kind and wants to help people, she's just like, yeah, I'm okay with destroying all of humanity.
But James, you see, were you scared? No.
I was terrified.
But I was scared on my first mission. I was on a plane like this with my friends. About your age. We called ourselves the X-Men. Your brother was there. We used to call him Havoc. He was a real handful, but when it came down to it, he was very brave.
And then I abandoned my brother in the sand as he lay paralyzed.
Hank and I are the only ones left. I couldn't save the rest of them. I told you. You're a hero to us. Seeing you that day on TV changed my life.
I mean, it's a good thing of representation. Honestly, I don't think.
Everything else is so. That's pretty much the same.
I don't think that. What do we got? Yeah, I don't get why Storm would be a horseman. I mean, she was a thief and stuff. I got that, but just if she's like okay with like wiping out an entire city, and we're supposed to believe that she's the same Storm, and then she's also like, this isn't like a Age of Ultron thing where once Wanda and Pietro found out what Ultron's motivations were. They're like, holy crap, you want to wipe out humanity? No, that's not what we want at all. Oh, good. Get rid of the pollution. Send it to space.
What we're seeing is a magnetic phenomenon on a much larger scale than we saw in Auschwitz. The ground is full of magnetic elements: iron, nickel, cobalt. The ocean floor is lined with them too.
Hey, who's supposed to be the president in this timeline?
And masses will slow it.
Ronald Reagan? Was that who he's? Oh, okay, I guess that's who that's supposed to be.
We'll be wiped away. The death toll will
He's talking about the whole goddamn world.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But here's the thing. Magneto's doing this, right? And he's seemingly doing this of his own free will. But at the end of this movie, he's just helping Charles rebuild the X-Mansion. Like, he's not one of the biggest world terrorists of all time that's going to flip and annihilate the planet. What, he made statues of everybody first?
But just another false god. And whoever's left to follow you on this is all over. They will betray you again. You're wrong, Charles. For the first time in 1,000 lifetimes, I have you. For
I get that.
I've yet to possess the one I needed most. To be.
Here's the thing.
To be.
Yeah, it's. But why are everyone else is listening, and he doesn't have mind control powers yet, and so you think Archangel would be like, maybe I don't like this guy. But I get that maybe Archangel or some of them could be just following out of pure fear, like they don't want to be killed, and so they're just following because they're afraid. But that's not Magneto, and it shouldn't be Storm, and they haven't showed her like that.
He's going to transfer his consciousness into the professor. If he does that, he'll have the power to control every mind in the world.
Moira is like, what is going on? X-Men Legends 2, that's a good game. I still prefer the first one just because I knew who most of the characters were going into it. But X-Men Legends 2 is definitely a really fun game.
The rest of you, get Charles on this plane and get him out of here.
Don't worry. We'll catch up.
Yeah, he's faster than a flipping plane. Okay, this is not a normal looking plane for a flippin' government agency thing. It's a lot of people that would have died. Oh, no, not the Opera House! Of course, you have to destroy some sort of relic. Is the Opera House the only one left that hasn't been destroyed yet?
Moira will be waiting on the plane. What?
Not all of us can fully control our powers.
Then don't. You need to embrace them. We all.
I mean, your powers is looking like other people, so you are fully embracing them by using the Mystique. Your logic is flawed. Whiplash.
Go. Join the others. Protect me until the transference is complete.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that. That gold object seems to be very important.
There's an entrance, it's clear.
Rematch. Beast in the new franchise always felt so bland to me. What's your name? Storm. Oh, I definitely know you. Not because Wolverine said your name would be Storm, not Aurora. I mean, she looks like Psylocke, but she isn't Psylocke. I mean, she's more Psylocke in here than apparently she was in X-Men: The Last Stand. Do you know what happens when a Cyclops when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
You have to hurry. I'm trying. It's like amazing here.
It's amazing. Yeah. And a whip? I don't think Psylocke can do that. At least I've never seen that. I mean, he's using a gravitational pull to push everyone back.
Magneto feels too strong. I can't get us in.
Remember when you tried to kill her?
I know you think you've lost everything, but you haven't. You have me. You have Charles.
I mean,
You have more family than you know. You never had the chance to save your family before, but you do now.
this is such a
That's what I've come here to tell you.
If I have to buy that Magneto would do this, I have to buy that he would be able to turn back from this. Magneto does not change his mind easy. And dude, say he's your flippin' father. You're flippin' like.
I'm here.
I mean, the world's gonna die.
I'm here for my family too.
I don't know. A Cyclops supposed to have a good fertility. I mean, how lame are these light damers if they can't cut off his head? I mean, at that point, you might as well just use a regular thing. Oh, James McAvoy, your precious hair. I do find it interesting that they gave like a reason why his hair would. What? Did he get knocked out by that? Like a little piece of rebar? What kind of lame thing is that? Oh my gosh, bonk! That was a very lame takeout there, Nightcrawler. And then we got Charles's hair gone. I mean, no, not the plane. Teleport him anywhere else. Across the world, not nearby. Like, what? Yeah, this is a dumb plan. You shouldn't be teleporting them to the plane. You should be teleporting them like out of here, like far, far away. He said as long as I've been there before, so he didn't seem to have a range a limit on it. Oh, I guess he's not knocked out. We have to do this. Why? I don't know. Because our boss wants us to. Moira, you're having a weird day. Gene, why don't you lift the plane from the inside this time? Okay. Fair enough then. Look, she's controlling the plane from the inside. Why did you do that in X2? You're probably much more. Well, that was a dumb lip face. Did they just kill Angel? I guess you have not Charles, but you have me and Charles.
Professor, it's okay, you're with us.
We know Get Out was a good movie. Actually, I still have to see that movie. Hey, Erics.
I'm gonna go fight for what I have left.
Why don't you smarten up?
Are you?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Whiplash.
There's so much more to you than you know. Not just pain and anger. It's good too, I felt. It's not just me you're walking away from. Here you have the chance to be part of something much bigger than yourself. It means you.
I mean, it would have been good if there was like a moment where he had to like fight off some sort of mind control or mind manipulation by Apocalypse here. You can see Archangel's head? Does he go shh? Oh yeah, there he is. He's dead. Man, he never had a chance.
I know you can hear me. We're still connected. Charles? Charles!
Or don't. Does it ever work in hide and seek? Oh yeah, I do like this scene. He's just like, you don't have super speed. I'm just gonna beat the crap out of you. And then maybe Magneto should have cared. That was his son. Ooh. Why did Guys, I'm a little confused. Oh, it's Mystique. Okay, Sorry, my bad. It's Mystique. I forgot. Duh. Sorry. That was a dumb moment on me. How did Mystique get the sword? I don't know. Just in the wreckage. I want to say this. Mystique.
No. It's sweet.
You can't give yourself up.
Mystique flipping.
He has us all. The whole world.
If she's going to be the hero, then she's got to stop being naked. She was doing that because, like, she was being sexy and whatnot, but also the badass villain, like, because she was naked.
He was right. There is still some part of me connected to him.
So, the fact that she... I don't know. The fact that she's like, now I'm the good guy. Why is she walking around like a flippin' nudist? Like she's Richard Hatch on Survivor.
You want what I have? You want to feel what I feel?
This reminds me of X-Men Legends, the video game, because there's a part where you get to go on the astral plane, which is the psychic mind plane where Xavier goes to. And in the first part, you play as Xavier, and he is like, his stats are like all decked out. Like you could play as Emma Frost, or you can play as Jean Grey, and they're good. They're good. You know, you've leveled them up. But when you play as Xavier in the astral plane, he just flipping wipes everything out. It's like boop dead, boop dead, and it's I don't know. I always thought that was pretty cool. It's interesting that they're fighting here in the the mindscape. One, and then X-Men.
No. I'm afraid that.
Now well, you're still betraying him. Why can't you just cut off his head? What?
Cover me.
Cover you? There's one guy. Did you have to straddle her body like that, Beast? Yeah. Come on, Scott. That was pretty lame. There you go. Just look at him. That's all you're supposed to do.
Charles.
And okay, we've seen Apocalypse be the biggest, baddest guy in all in all of this movie and everything. He was like, okay, he's super powerful. You're gonna need something bigger and more powerful to defeat him.
I can't stop it.
And then I'll punch him with my claws. That was dumb, Beast. It was dumb. Why did you stop? Your eyes are a doorway to another flipping universe.
It's over, Charles. You're finished.
Oh, it's over. I hate when people say that. Like, it's over.
You will never win.
Yeah, Days of Future. Andrew, I agree. Days of Future Past was when the costumes were the best. Like, classic first X-Men movie with Magneto is pretty good too, but I think pinnacle, Days of Future Past. The right mix of classic but also new. This, Bad Fan, you might be right. This might be the worst continuity mistake. I don't think we've ever had something that has been like one of the biggest plot points of its movie, and then they just totally disregard it in the next one. Oh, I hate the one at First Class. And here's the Phoenix Force already inside her. I think you're right. I think it would have been better if they just ended with Charles being able to defeat him in the mind. Charles, the leader of the X-Men, is finally able to defeat him. There we go. Storm turns because she wasn't. And then I don't like how Jean's just like, his weird look. What did he say? Yeah, it's definitely the Phoenix. She didn't just make that up of nothing. That's definitely the Phoenix, and it's definitely there. This, I don't know. I know it's because the first X-Men couldn't do anything, but I mean, like, Jean in the first one could barely handle Toad. Flippin' Toad.
We lost him. He's gone.
Charles.
No, he's not.
I can still feel it.
Well, Is he? Who's the doctor here? He's gonna put your brain back into your body. How funny would it be if Xavier died 3 times in the X-Men franchise? No. Isn't Psylocke in the Gifted TV show? Or am I misremembering that?
Charles, do you know where you are?
I'm on a beach. In Cuba.
Hey!
What beach?
The other day.
Look, they play this like they were in love in this movie, but they barely even had time to develop anything more than a kiss. She should slap him in the face, does she? Can't remember.
I'm sorry. I should never have taken this from you. Hold on!
Okay, that's pretty good.
What did I miss?
What did I miss?
It seems only by the grace of God that the ominous destruction seen from one end of the globe.
The briefing held earlier today, CIA Special Agent Warren McTaggart revealed to the investigators
that teacher Eric Blanchard aided in defeating this powerful
Aided? No. Don't say, oh, Eric Blanchard aided in defeating this guy. He was with him till like 5 minutes till the end. That is not enough for like a pardon or any BS like that. He also attacked the president. You can't just wipe that under the rug and now they built the new mansion. Yay! No! No. It doesn't work that way.
Mystique told me he is your father.
Well, Mystique is a big blabbermouth. That's a big secret to share with somebody. That is lame.
Me too.
Me too. Nice to meet you, Storm. No, my name's Aurora. No. You don't understand. It's Storm. And look, they built it together. Yay! No, it doesn't make any sense. Still. Gotta say this. I wish James McAvoy went bold earlier. He looks a lot more, I feel like he looks a lot more like Professor X.
One day it'll come for you. And you change.
And hey, it's the end of the first one all over again.
What do you do when you wake up to that? I feel a great swell of pity for the poor soul that comes to my school looking for trouble.
See, this line is everyone's too serious in here. Everyone's like, I feel a great deal of pity. You remember the first time? He's like, I feel a great deal of pity for anyone who comes to those schools looking into trouble.
Goodbye, old friend.
That's a little forced, okay?
Forget everything you think you know. Whatever lessons you learned at school.
Well, at least she's in
whatever your parents taught you.
Somewhat of an outfit now, I guess.
None of that matters. You're not kids anymore. You're not students. You're X-Men.
And women. No, Logan's not going to be tonight. I'm going to be doing Logan probably tomorrow night. Yay, the visor. It looks stupid. It's his face. His face is like it's like he got rabbit teeth. I will admit, at least it looks like the uniform with the thing down the side. Storms looks flipping awesome. So does Nightcrawler's. These outfits are actually pretty good for the most part. Hey, some Sentinels. I forgot that they ended with it. These is like training. Yeah, we see one time. Would have been nice if they ended on a little bit of an action sequence. Skip credits, because what do they have in the after credits? I don't think I ever saw it. I don't think I waited. Stryker. He said he'd be right back. Let's see. Is this after credit sequence better or worse than the? Do we get a Lady Deathstrike sequence? I don't remember what happened. I don't know what I didn't see this before. Okay. And they have vials of his blood. Weapon. Oh, is this setting up for Logan? Wait, SS Corp. Yeah, that's odd. No, I don't think that's Mr. Sinister. Maybe is it? What's SX Corp? I'm gonna Google that right now. I'm gonna Google that right now, just because I don't know what SS Corp is. I think I did see that scene, and I was confused then as I am now. Oh, my computer's taking too long. Where's my phone? SX Corp X-Men. Oh, it is Mr. Sinister. That is a Mr. Sinister thing. Wow, it didn't go anywhere. Yeah, okay. I totally forgot. I didn't remember what Mr. Sinister's name was. That's interesting because Mr. Sinister is usually connected to Apocalypse. But that didn't go anywhere. They didn't do anything with that. But I guess it's kind of Logan's setup. That would have been interesting if Mr. Sinister, but I don't think in a movie like Logan, where you're trying to be super serious, you want the villain's name to be Mr. Sinister. You know, that doesn't really seem like something you want to be doing with that. But yeah, okay, X-Men Apocalypse. It's kind of feels like a phoned-in movie. Like, in a lot of ways, like, nothing's necessarily the worst or terrible with it, but there's nothing in it that makes me feel like they cared about these characters. There's that one truly exceptional Quicksilver scene, but but beyond that, I really. Yeah, it is set up for X-23. I'll definitely say that. I mean, they have his blood and DNA. I thought they were going to maybe say it's Deathstrike, but definitely not. But I don't know. Apocalypse is going to be hard to put in the rankings. I mean, that's going to be a hard one for me to come to grips with. I'll have to because, you know, I got to do it. I'm going to film my part of it right after this. It is middle of the road, yeah. Like, is it more memorable than the Wolverine? Probably. Is it a better movie than the Wolverine? Well, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to really answer that sort of thing. I mean, it definitely has bigger moments and higher highs, but there's also a lot of just characters thrown in here and not a lot of time to develop him. This has the opposite problem of Wolverine, or no, of the first X-Men movie. This one, the first X-Men movie was a movie that had a bunch of characters, but only really focused on one of them. And because of that, you felt like the other ones were pointless. This one has a bunch of different characters, and it doesn't really focus on any of them. Nobody is really the center stage character in this. We got Cyclops's going... we got Cyclops' plot thrown in here. We got Jean's Phoenix stuff thrown in here, then forgotten about. We got Xavier doing stuff in here. We got Beast, Mystique, and I think they're trying to make Mystique the main character, but she doesn't really fit into that role because it's never what her character was designed for. We got Storm, Archangel, Psylocke, Wolverine. All these characters just thrown in here, and none of them are the central character. If you can answer the question, it's which character are we seeing the movie? Whose character are we following? Who's our lead in this movie? And it's kind of I guess, kind of Mystique, but not really. It's not Charles. It's not Magneto. It's not Quicksilver. It's kind of like a bunch of different characters kind of all thrown into a big old mess. And I think that's where it's at least with First Class, I can tell you it is a Magneto and Xavier led story. And I think that makes it good. Even though the other X-Men don't really get to do a whole lot, you're following the main characters that you care about, and that's all you really need. With X-Men Apocalypse, you're a quarter following everybody. So it's kind of a little bit of a mess. And definitely not as solid a footing as X-Men Days of Future Past. Let me be honest with you. If X-Men Days of Future Past was the movie that ended the franchise, period, I wouldn't have complained. Now, look, I like Logan, but I wouldn't be that broken up about it. I like Logan a lot. It'll be interesting to see. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. I'm going to react to Logan tomorrow because that's the next one. And then finally get to Dark Phoenix, get to what all the buzz is about. Well, or the buzz is not about because nobody liked Dark Phoenix. Yeah, as a sequel to Days of Future Past, it's a bit of a disappointing movie. But there's standout scenes in it where Magneto destroys Auschwitz, where we got the scenes where, the Quicksilver scene, that's great. Apocalypse is a little bit of a menacing villain, at least he feels like he's a big threat and that he could very well take over the world. But New Mutants, I kind of forgot about until halfway through this rewatch. But Andrew, I gotta tell you, I'm not counting New Mutants because it's not an X-Men film. That's the loophole I'm going with it because I don't have time to do New Mutants as well. It's an X-Men film. It's a mutant film, but it's not about X-Men. None of the characters ever referred to them as X-Men. It's based off an X-Men property, but so is Deadpool. I'm counting just the X-Men movies. All right. So that's everything. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll be doing my stream of Logan tomorrow. It'll probably be around 7:30 or 8. And see you guys then. Thank you for joining me as always. And bye.